Hi, I'm Chef David Bonham, a culinary instructor and cookbook author, most recently of Hero Dinners, complete one-pan meals that save the day. I'm thrilled to be here this week to share with you some great recipes for the virtual 2020 U.S. Soy Global Exchange and Specialty Grains Conference. As a chef, I see just how influential soy is to our food supply chain. Most of us think of soy foods as edamame and tofu, but it's so much more than that. Soy touches everything from the feed we give to our poultry, pork, and fish to the oils we cook them with. Today I'm going to make Harissa apricot pork chops using a foolproof technique called reverse searing. First thing I'm going to do is make a spice rub, and we've got some smoked paprika, ground ginger, cinnamon, cumin, black pepper, and salt. We're just going to mix these together and put them on our chops. So we got a good sprinkle here. Coat it both sides. And I have a wet hand and a dry hand so my spices don't stick to my fingers. Okay, and now we just have to put these on our sheet pan. Okay, we're going to put these into a preheated 275 degree Fahrenheit, 135 degrees Celsius oven for about 50 minutes. This is where the magic of reverse searing happens, which, by the way, works for cuts that are this size, which is meaning 1 inch thick or thicker. These are about 1 3/4 inches. That slow, low cooking allows the internal temperature of the pork to come up nice and slowly, so you get this even temperature, even gradation of color inside. If we were to cook these in a skillet, by the time the center was at the temperature we wanted, the outside will be charred. So I'm going to put these in the oven. While these are in the oven, let's learn a little bit more about soy from Richard Yanming Han, USSEC Technical Director of Animal Utilization in China and Southeast Asia.
Thank you, David. That looks like it's going to be very delicious for sure. When I look at Chef David's cooking, what comes to my mind is US soybeans. If you're puzzled about that, let me tell you why. For every piece of tasty pork and poultry that we are hungry for, there are US soybeans to provide a strong foundation to supply essential nutrients for the efficient and the healthy production of livestock and poultry. These nutrients include energy, essential fatty acids, phospholipids, and especially those amino acids which are required for protein synthesis. They form meat and other products that we humans consume for our own health and well-being. Soybean meal has been considered the gold standard of vegetable protein for its rich, balanced, and highly digestible amino acids and energy for animals. In addition to soybean meal, several other products also played an important role in feed production and animal nutrition, such as full-fat soybean meal, fermented soybean meal, soy protein concentrate, soy protein isolates, and other products that are being continuously innovated from soybeans. Soybean products can meet the nutritional needs for all stages of animals. Among animal nutritionists and feed millers around the world, US soy has long been the favorite value package choice, simply because of the well-recognized quality, include rich and consistent supply of essential nutrients. In addition to sustainable and earth-friendly agricultural practices by US soybean farmers, and the reliable and efficient supply and the logistics from US soybean supply chains. US soy insight has becoming a quality attributes for many nutritionists and feed millers. US soy is indeed for the growing world. Well, when I'm talking, I can hear the sizzling and I cannot resist the appetizing aromatic smell from the cooking. Now, let's check back in with Chef David and see how that dish turns out. Let's go.
Thanks for that great information, Richard. Okay, our chops are out of the oven and we're ready to finish the reverse sear process. The next step is to get some high oleic soybean oil nice and hot in my skillet. Now, why high oleic soybean oil? Two things as a chef that I love. One, a high smoke point, about 10 degrees higher than both olive and canola, and it has a neutral flavor that won't fight with my glaze. Okay, we're going to sear the chops now, just about 1 minute per side till I get that nice brown crust and it develop that deep flavor. Get our oil nice and hot. We'll know it's hot enough when it moves quickly and it's got a nice shimmer. We're almost there. Okay, we'll add our chops. Got that nice sizzle going on. Just about a minute per side. Nice brown color. Beautiful. And then if we want, we can tip them on the side and brown the edges a little bit. Okay, we're going to take our chops out of the skillet for a minute and we're going to build our glaze. We're going to add some chopped shallots and minced garlic and we're going to cook them for about 30 seconds to a minute just till they start to soften, take that raw edge off and they become nice and fragrant. Now we're going to add our apricot preserves, some harissa, which is a Moroccan condiment made from chili peppers and bell peppers. It's really flavorful, and a little bit of honey. And we're just going to cook it about a minute, minute and a half till it starts to thicken. Okay. Now we're going to put our chops back in the pan with the heat on, just turn to coat them, heat them through a little bit more, let it go, and we're done. Beautiful. Okay, so this is our reverse seared harissa apricot pork chop. It looks amazing, and I have it served over a corn and edamame succotash, so it's a nice combination. Thank you so much for joining me. Stick around. We're going to have a live chat where I'll answer your questions about cooking and we'll talk all things soy.